Can't wait on.
We good?
Yeah.
Alright, first and foremost, we want to say
Kahala Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem wa Kudash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Can you get start off with Revelations 14 and 13?
Come on.
Or start off with Matthew 5 and 10 and then Revelation. Because the reason why I'm going into the scriptures is because, you know, we're getting into the new year, right? 2019 is literally 30 days away, 29 days away. Today is the 2nd, so 28 days away. And every year, you know, if you've been diligent and paying attention to the Most High and how through Yahushai, to the apostles, every year it's a new subject for the year. It's a new spirit, it's a new vibration that we need to get into. So. Now I don't know, we don't know the year yet. Pastor Hart has yet to reveal what this year vibration is going to be, but nevertheless, you know that every year that goes by, you have to be more serious than you were last year in this truth. Last year in this truth, you were in this level of seriousness. Now this year in the truth, you got to be at next level of seriousness. Because as the year goes on, man, Esau's getting more wicked. Esau's doing more wicked things. Jake's becoming more wicked. Your women are becoming more wicked. Alright? The society is becoming more wicked. So you, in turn, have to be more serious so that you don't drown in the wickedness of the society. Right? So, at this point, I mean, if it wasn't in your head now, it should be, then this is unto death. This is like, you need to constantly remind yourself that this is unto death. Knowing what you know, fearing the Most High and the Son, respecting the apostles, because they are our elders, they are our teachers, and heck, are even spiritual fathers. Alright? Dealing with this kingdom, these are things that you have to constantly remind yourself of, and remember that you need to do this unto death. You can't always go back to when, I think Apostle Gabar said, it can go so far as that you can have faith, and then be beaten up halfway, and then lose faith and get dropped. You know? So you need to be serious.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 10. It says, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake.
That's right.
For theirs is the kingdom of heaven."
See, that's deep, man. There's two types of persecutions. Man, there's Jake. Jake right now, 2/3 of Israel right now, is being persecuted not for righteousness' sake. They're being persecuted for wickedness. Because they're not in the truth. You know, you got Jake who are living nice, 2/3 who are living nice in this kingdom, but are still going through some deep ass hell. Because in this kingdom, if you cannot be a God, so-called God in this kingdom without not so-called, but in this kingdom, you cannot live nice in this kingdom without going through hell, and that's by giving something up to Esau. So guess what? They're being persecuted afflicted through their spirits. And it's not even for righteousness' sake. At least when you fear the Most High, yes, you're gonna catch hell. I think that's inevitable. You catching hell is gonna happen whether you're in the truth or not, because the curses are on all of Israel. But now, are you gonna catch hell for what sake though? Are you gonna catch hell for your own sake, or are you gonna catch hell for the Most High's sake and His Son?
Yeah, you know, like I was just recently listening to the Apostle Tahar, and he was talking about how, you know, if you claim to be in the truth and people are talking nice about you, you gotta look at yourself in the mirror, man. You want people to talk shit about you, man. And that's why it talks about in the scriptures, you know, that you know, pretty much woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, you know, as so did their fathers to the false prophets.
Yeah.
So, you know, pretty much what's saying is that, you know, people back then were talking well of the false prophets. Why? Because the false prophets were most likely talking about the things that were, you know, in agreement with the people, man. And, you know, majority of the people are pretty much, you know, in that doctrine of, you know, pretty much love everybody and so on and on, which is false, man. Okay?
What I call it? It's like it's dishonest harmony.
Yeah.
Because these Edomites hate the fuck out of you, man. They hate your guts.
Yeah.
But Jake, you want to be, yes, you need to be somewhat harmony with Esau, and we need to live in this hell at the end of the day. But you Jakes take it way too far, man.
Yeah.
You kiss the feet. You worship the ground these Edomites walk on.
Yeah, that's why the scripture says, "Be ye harmless as doves,"
Yes.
but wise as serpents. Roughly paraphrasing, you gotta know your enemy, man.
Yeah.
That's why the scripture says, if it be possible, be at peace with all men,
Yeah.
right? That's the example that the brother gave.
Yeah.
But that doesn't, pretty
Mean
much,
level.
mean that you gotta ignore their wickedness.
Yeah.
You still have to acknowledge and understand that these people, at any time, if you just go out to the bar with them,
Yeah.
that's it, you're fucked, man.
Yeah,
Just like that movie, I'm a 12 years a slave.
Yeah, I'm 12 years a
right?
slave, yeah.
The guy, when he just went to drink with these Edomites,
They set him up, dude.
Exactly,
Yeah.
they set him up. Why? He didn't understand his enemies. You know what I mean?
You Jakes don't understand your enemy, man. That's why you guys come up against us not knowing that we're not your enemy. We're only your enemy right now because you love Esau.
Look, there's nothing here about him up there.
And it says,
The birds are flying.
it says, verse 11, "Blessed are ye, when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely
Looks like it.
for my sake."
Yeah, you
right?
just finished breaking that.
That's fun, man. So this is a good thing. When all men are speaking, that's why the scripture talks about how, they're gonna, pretty much talking about falsely accuse us of things that we have not committed and so on and on, man.
You guys know.
I think,
Just saying,
I don't know, one of the
Gabriel?
apostles, or maybe you said it last week, but that, like, basically, man, if you're not going through hell with your woman, there's something going on. If you're with your woman, and it's peace and love all the fucking time, yo, be very,
no,
be,
no,
yo, chill
No,
out.
you just said fuck all
Be
the time. You can't
very,
say fuck.
very afraid.
You
Very,
can't
very
say
afraid.
that word. You can't say that word.
What does the
Fuck
word
all
fuck
the time.
mean?
Fuck all the time.
Yo, just go down the street, man.
What is the word
Just go down
fuck
the
mean?
street. Just go down the street. Just go down the street.
You
Just
just
go down the street.
Why?
Just go down the street.
Why?
You don't need to listen to us. You don't want
No.
to. You also don't want to.
You just said fuck all the time.
Listen, you don't want to listen to us. Just go down the street. Just go down the
What?
street.
There's no down the street.
Go down the street.
It says, "Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and
Yeah.
persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake."
Look,
That's right,
I
man.
mean
Because
it.
in the end of the day, there's only two sides you can choose in this kingdom. It's either the Most High side or Esau's side. So if one side hates you, you better hope it's the most, not the Most High, Saki, I say. You better hope that it's Esau who hates you, man. Because if the Most High hates you, you're going to be doing nice in this kingdom. Hence, be in peace and harmony constantly with your woman. If you're going through hell with your woman, man, the Most High must love you. Because you're going to learn, man. These women will teach you a lot about the truth. Which is funny, man, because no, it's not a coincidence that the truth is metaphorically a woman. So how else would you learn more about this truth if how else would you learn more about this truth being with your woman?
Because you gotta understand that women are wicked, man.
Yeah, women are
Yeah, women are wicked.
Women are freaking wicked, man.
Yeah, very wicked. Yep.
So-
See, even him being drunk, you still agree to that.
Yeah. Which
Shows you.
which goes to show you, that this guy's spirit was crushed by women. There's a reason why he's homeless. It's probably because the woman kicked him out.
She's probably living nicer than his warm home.
Yeah. So, just like how the apostles, back then were saying that, in order for us to understand righteousness, we gotta understand wickedness, right? And we're going through that right now. And it says, verse 12, "Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you."
That's right. That's right, man. And that's deep, man. That's actually really deep because when you go back to verse 10, if you read that real quick.
Come on, verse 10, it says, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven."
That's right. And the scripture the brother read just now, before that, was that they that are persecuted, the kingdom of heaven is theirs, right?
Yeah.
If we paraphrase it. That's deep. That's why, that's also how you know reincarnation. That's also how you know reincarnation is real, because it makes sense that the kingdom of heaven will be for the men who died in this truth. Because in the reincarnation, that's what they're doing. So when you go all the way back, like if you want to jump to
What's up, brother?
Revelation 14 and 13. How you doing, man?
Oh, not too good.
14, 13.
Yeah, 14 and
I guess
13.
so.
Good,
Okay,
good.
cool. Revelation chapter 14, verse 13, it says, "And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Write, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord
Right?
from henceforth, yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest
Right.
from their labors and their works to follow them."
From henceforth. So from the beginning of time, really, you know, like the elect were chosen. Hence the first fruits. From the beginning of time, the elect were chosen. So they were constantly putting spiritual deposits, in lack of better terms. And then as they came back in the new incarnation, and as they died in doing the work for the Lord, because the elect will always, in every generation, the elect is always going to die in the truth. Right? Because the elect are the elect. They're never going to die doing something wicked, because when they come back, they're not going to be in the truth. Right? Because how else would your works follow you? That's what I mean by your works do follow you. Because eventually, as you go over time, your works are going to follow you. That's why it says the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet.
Yeah. You come back under the same law.
The same law. So guess what? You're doing the truth back then, you're going to do it now.
Yeah.
So that means back then you died in the truth. You're going to die in the truth now.
Yeah, or even when the Lord Yahweh Shai said, that there be some standing there who shall not taste of death until they see the sun, the coming of the Son of Man, right? We're paraphrasing. What does that mean? Now, does that mean that there's people that are not, that did not die back then, that are, 2,000 plus years today? No. That means, that they were going to die then, and then they're going to come back, in their reincarnation, right, and do the same thing, and then when Yahweh Shai returns, they're not going to die. Going into the coming of Yahweh Shai.
And then at the very end of all that, it's their kingdom getting crowned.
Yeah.
So, man, that's why you got to take this thing seriously, because you have to know the end goal. You have to know the end goal for this. See all these people walking around mindlessly, not knowing what the hell is going on from tomorrow. They're stuck in today. All their plans, and even when they plan ahead in a carnal way, for the carnal world.
Yeah. Oh.
They don't plan ahead for what's going to happen spiritually, man. All they see is their own goals and their own lust, really. They see their own stuff. They're selfish, man. They're lovers of themselves. They don't want to hear us talk about how everything that you know and love is going to be destroyed because of how wicked it is. They don't want to hear that shit. All they want to hear is that. That's why you can't affiliate us with the church. It's impossible, because the church is loved, man. The church is loved in this kingdom. There's 3 billion Christians on this planet, and only 144,000 men of the Lord. You can't affiliate us with the church. The church is loved because you can be wicked as all hell, and the pastor will still tell you to give him money, save your own money, because you could be wicked as all hell, and the pastor will still tell you that you're gonna have a good future. So you know these guys don't have the truth, man. That's why we constantly stay on these churches, man, condemning these churches because they're wicked. They're wicked, and they're run by Jake. Esau has Jake in those churches, being the so-called head of those churches, and preaching nonsense. Preaching confusion. Because some of the best pastors in the world right now, like T.D. Jakes, Joan Osteen, all these guys, all these wicked ass devils, you hear them preach sometimes, and you can hear a bit of the truth, but then they slap that shit all over with a bunch of lies. So it's like, yeah, you're wicked as all hell because you're trying to confuse the masses.
I got a scripture, going back to the point that you made about, majority of people just walking around, yeah, exactly, when they plan ahead, it's all carnally done in their own favor, as in, they're going to accomplish it no matter what, This is the book of James, chapter 4, verse 13. It says, "Go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow we will go into such a city, and continue there a year, and buy and sell and get gain. Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow."
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It says, "For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away."
You know what the craziest thing about the scripture is? You hear people every day say, "We don't know what tomorrow will bring,"
Yeah.
but yet they live like in an extreme fashion of not even thinking about tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. And it says, "For that you ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that."
You think Jake or any of these people out here say "Lord willing"? They don't care for that, man. Some of these people don't even know the Lord.
Yeah.
They're not saying "Lord willing," and they don't fear the Lord, and they think their life is in their own hands.
Yeah. And even if they do, they don't truly mean it.
No, and when they do, Jake's wicked as hell for that shit. Because when they do, truth of Israel, they only say it when they want something.
Yeah.
And when they want something, that thing that they want is carnal as fuck. Oh, Lord willing, I win this lottery. Oh, now it's Lord willing when it comes to the lottery.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You know what I mean? You Jake's wicked, man. You guys are wicked as all hell. That's why those of us that are doing this work and that are on the right side of things, we have to be serious, man. Because at the end of the day, man, these people have to know you're not one of them. They have to know. The Most High, the truth has to be vibrant in you. The scriptures say that we are lively stones, man. When you come to a party, you automatically know that guy. You know him. That guy who comes in and all eyes are on him, the attention's on him. He's the guy that the ladies look at, or what do they say? Ladies want him, men want to be him. We gotta be like that in this truth, man. We're getting closer to being kings, man. Those of us that are sincerely doing this work. When you're of the elect, Lord willing, we're of the elect. You're getting closer to be a king, man. So you have to set a difference between you and these people. At the same time, make sure you live in a way where like they don't disrupt you so that you can keep doing this work. That's what it's all about. If your carnal life is disrupting your work in the spiritual world, in the spiritual life, then you gotta evaluate yourself, man. It means that you're paying way more attention, too much attention to what's going on out here instead of what's going on in the spirit. You know?
That's right. Like the apostles were going into, man. Apostle Bar was saying that, we're lonely in this truth, but we're not alone, man. You know? And there's a few scriptures, that go into that, man. You gotta be as a soldier, man. You can't always be, around people all the goddamn time, man. It's, right? Like, it's actually better to be alone, man.
Yeah. For the most part.
Yeah, honestly, man. For example, like, with me, like, my woman, like, she had to go away from school, for, like, a certain amount of time, for a week or whatever, and, bro, like, I had the whole house to myself. It was quiet, peace, I got my studying done, you know what I mean?
It's crazy.
I was focused, you know what I mean? It's better to be alone, man. Especially, when you're a man of the Lord, man, you know what I mean? It's better to be alone.
So Jake's backwards, man. Jake can't go a month without being with a woman. That's why they're fucking pansies, man. They do whatever. That's why they get these lineups looking pretty and shit. Most High said not to get a lineup. He said that shit because you're not supposed to be looking pretty. And you know what's crazy? The brother Mike I was telling you about?
Yeah.
He went to go braid his hair, and then the lady was braiding his hair. This is how you know, man. It's crazy. The lady was braiding his hair, and then there was all Jake. He's living in Toronto. And they go, okay, I'm just gonna braid your hair like this so that we can put it in the lineup. He's like, no, I'm not getting a lineup. She's like, what? He's like, yeah, I don't need a lineup. I haven't had a lineup. He just made a line. Like, I haven't had a lineup in 10 years, and all is well. I still have all is well. Basically saying, women still love me. I haven't had a lineup.
Yeah.
And then she was like, he said that when he was braiding her, the woman was actually more impressed. Which show you, these women in their spirit, they know they don't like men that look like them.
Yeah.
They don't like a pretty looking man with his eyelashes all flickering and shit.
Yeah.
And then he has no fucking beard.
Yeah,
his shit's all lined up sharp.
Yeah.
And even the man that saw him say that was like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
And that guy was a Jake.
Yeah.
Shows you, man, these women, they actually, in their spirit, they really want a real man, but they're confused because the majority of Israel that are supposed to set the example as to what a real man should be are acting like women. So they're confusing everybody. That's why Jeremiah said in Jeremiah chapter 3 and 33, roughly paraphrasing, Israel, thou hast taught the wicked your wickedness.
Yeah.
Because the men are supposed to act like men, but they act like women, and now the women are confused, like, yo, I want a man, but I want a man and a woman.
Yeah, or that's why women say they want a man who's masculine, right? But then a lot of the times, the men that they're with are soft looking pretty much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that all goes back to that whole thing, in Egypt, man. Where like a lot of the men, like they fix their eyebrows, they put makeup on, and they get light up. That's where.
Egypt.
Yeah, that's where that whole I'm a thing came from, man.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true.
Now,
you got men who actually put real makeup on now.
Yeah.
Like, that's a real thing. Like they put makeup on, they put lipsticks and everything.
Yeah, man.
And they still, and then you know what? They'll still have the audacity to say that they're straight. All I do is sleep with women when you're wearing makeup.
Yeah, exactly. Like for example, the one video, I'm at the brother took during the game of that angel. Like when you looked at like when you looked at his appearance, the brother was going into it's like, man, like when you look at his aura, his hair is like almost as if like he hasn't cut his hair in like
years,
in like thousands and thousands of years,
like decades, like hundreds of centuries.
And when you look, at how everything is, pretty much, formed together or whatever, right? It looked righteous, man.
Yeah, it looked glorified.
No line, yeah,
glorified.
Yeah, no, because the Lord made it that way, man. The Lord already gave you a lineup.
God, it's crazy. That's crazy you said that, man. That's crazy you said that because when the brother was getting his hair braided, the woman was like, when he said that, she was all taken back. She was like, and she went to wash her hands to come back to braid his hair. Came back, she's like, yeah, it's better when men stick with their natural lineup anyways.
Wow.
That's what she said. I was like, yo, that's how you know in their spirit. They know what they want, but like they're confused.
Exactly. And that's how it's supposed to be.
It's okay to look good, man, but you don't gotta look pretty, man. You're a man.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the scripture says, man. That you shall not round the corners of thy head, neither shall not mar the corners of thy beard. So you're not supposed to be getting lineups.
That's right.
And it says, but now you rejoice in your boastings. All such rejoicing is evil. Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin. So this is an example. If you know that this is a commandment that you should keep, but you don't do it, that's a sin to you. Because you have people who actually don't know, right? So, and that's why the scriptures talk about how the Lord, will wink, at your sins, right?
Wink at your ignorance.
Yeah, exactly. Because you actually did not know. But for you that know and then you don't do it, that's a sin to you, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. That ties into the Gentiles coming into the fold because the Gentiles. That's why Paul.
I'm Indian.
They would say, yo, you're right here.
Look.
You're a Hebrew Israelite, man.
Right here.
You're one of us.
I'm Indian.
You're a Hebrew Israelite.
You're one of us, man.
Yes, I'm one of you.
Yeah,
But
you're here.
cut
You're
me
Gad.
down. You cut me.
No, man.
You
Just
cut
listen.
me down and I walked away.
Nah, man.
Why'd
Just
you come
listen.
back?
Just listen.
Why? Because
Then listen. If you came back, just listen.
listen.
All right.
Well, I don't know.
All right,
Okay,
man.
cool. Just
Yeah,
listen.
I
Just
don't
listen.
know.
All right, man. Cool. Just like for example, if you're at school and you don't know something, you won't talk over the teacher. You'll
That's
listen
right.
to what the teacher says,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So this is an example of that. If you don't know, then just actually,
But see,
just, I'm here to what
I'm
you
not
gotta say.
get.
You're
Gad
Gad.
is what Northman.
Gad.
Okay,
You're Gad.
Northman Indian.
You're
Okay, I didn't read that.
See, that's what he said.
You didn't say I was
But
Gad.
if you would have listened,
Yeah.
you would have heard it.
I would have heard, yeah.
Yeah, so just listen, man. Anyways, that's what we were saying.
Okay.
That's right.
Where are you on that?
Okay.
Versus that?
White
That
American
was it on that
Indian.
one.
Okay, yeah, go
Okay,
to
the
2
white.
Timothy.
What is the white?
2 Timothy.
The whites,
The
are
white. What are the white?
they are the children of Edom, which they're they're the children
They're not on here.
of the devil. Yeah, because they're not a part of us. They're Satan.
No.
Yeah, yes they are.
Think about it. What, think for a second. What has 2 Timothy 3 and 12?
No.
What? Hold on.
No,
Just
no.
listen. What good has the so-called white man done for your people?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
That should tell you everything.
Okay.
Think about it.
Okay, cool.
No,
now,
why?
Now.
Why?
No, wait.
Now, hang
Listen,
on.
man,
Listen.
listen.
I'm not a full-blooded
Wait. Now,
Not
what?
full-blooded.
Okay, like on your father or on your mother's
Indian
side?
over Mexican.
Who's Indian? Your brother, your dad or your mom?
I don't know.
Most likely-
There we go.
Are you saying?
We can switch it over. We can go
Are
like
you
that.
saying?
This is what the white man did to the so-called Native American
I don't
Indians.
care.
Yes, you do, man.
You're lost.
No,
man. You're
Yes,
lost.
you do, man.
If you don't care,
You should care.
You know what? If you don't care about your persecutor, you're lost. There's no point in listening.
No, I'm already. No, I always want to learn.
No, there's no point. You don't want to learn.
No.
You don't want to learn.
No,
There's no
look.
point. Anyways, read
Look.
that, Timothy.
2
Yeah,
Timothy 3.
2 Timothy 3 and 12. Yeah.
The book of 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 12. It says, Yea, and all that will living godly in Yahweh HaMashiach shall suffer persecution.
Yeah.
But evil men and
Right now, that's an
seducers.
example of that right now, man. You got Jake who are not even in this truth, who are so far gone that they don't even care what Esau has done to them and what Esau is doing to them right now.
Look.
And yet, they're living out the consequences of what Esau is doing to them right now. You have no home. You're homeless. You're constantly drunk. You have no job. Your state of mind is all fucked up, and that's because of the so-called white man. And you don't give a shit. You're lost.
My state of mind right
That's
now.
why Jake. Yo, that's why Jake needs a do-over, man. That's complete madness. How can you be? How can you not be getting? How can you be going through hell and your oppressor is oppressing you so badly that you don't even know you're being oppressed? Yo, Jake needs a do-over, man.
You say then cut and then go.
Yo, go down the street, man. And don't come back. Go down the street. Don't come back.
Fuck you.
There you go.
What?
There's Satan. There you go.
Yeah, hey, man.
Fuck you.
Go down the street.
Hey, man, hold on. Yo,
You already turned on
earlier, you said don't use the word fuck, but then now you
I came
but then
back.
now you just swore at us.
I came back.
You just swore at us, so
Yeah.
you're contradicting
No,
yourself.
he swore
Yo,
at
just
me.
go down the street, man.
No, he swore at me.
What did he say? What did he say that was a swear word unto you?
The swear word turn on you. What he said?
That's not a swear word.
No bullshit.
He just said if you're not gonna listen to us, you can just fuck,
Go
man.
down the street, man. You waste your time. You have better
Here,
things to do.
how about I go like this?
You have better things to do.
Like
Go
that.
down the street.
There.
You have
That
better
would
things
be.
to do.
Well, look.
Just ignore it.
Yeah, man.
It says,
Great.
it says, verse 13.
Ku Klux Klan.
But
Ku
evil
Klux
men
Klan.
and seducers
how
shall
do I
wax
do that?
worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
Look.
Right, man. Evil men shall wax. See, it's another example. Evil
Hell,
men
look.
shall wax.
Black man. Ku Klux
Hey,
Klan.
man, what's your nationality? You're ethnicity. What's your father?
Polish, French, and German.
Are you Christian? You believe in God?
Oh yeah.
You're probably way down here on the
What do you think
line.
about who the true Israelites are right now? Would you say he's an Israelite?
I'm right here,
According to
you
the
know.
scriptures, would you say he's an
North
Israelite?
American Indian.
You
Why
would?
not?
Why not? Why not?
He's talking about Ku Klux Klan.
No.
So you know what?
Look at that.
Limitations.
Yeah.
Look at
This is
that.
what Esau wanted. They
Yeah.
want us to not
No,
know ourselves.
you guys
Would you
push
say
me
that we're
toward.
Israelites?
You push me toward.
They're probably
Look,
Christians.
look.
Yeah, but who are the Israelites? The Israelites, it's all
No,
about the Israelites.
you
Right,
push me
right?
toward it.
The Most
Too
High
bad.
is for
Look,
his people.
you hide behind.
Everybody just knows Jews.
You hide behind
Who's
there.
everybody? Yeah, this guy's
Look, come on.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. So yo, even Esau knows. Yo, that's crazy. Esau knows Jake is not like Jake. Esau won't take Jake in as an Israelite.
Yeah. You know, and the guy
I
just
can
used,
turn I
that
can
this
go
guy
like
said
this.
to understand, as, to define that this guy's not
I
an
can
Israelite.
go like
makes sense.
this.
But really, he looked
And
at
I'm
his
gonna
outward
take this
appearance
juke
to
off.
be like, yo,
And I'll walk
He
around.
can't be a man of the Lord.
Yeah.
This is a man of the Lord.
Yeah.
That's Lamentations, man.
Yeah.
That's Lamentations. That's Esau.
I want to see you
Jake's
guys
so
down here.
backwards that Jake's so backwards that even Esau knows that you cannot. Right now, the Most High is definitely done with you. I'm not even righteous. I'm naturally wicked. I know the Most High is done with you.
You know, Jesus is not Negro, Jesus.
And it says,
Jesus
but evil
is
men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving
is
and being
the worst
deceived.
enemy
But
here.
continue
Man.
thou in the things which thou hast learned, and hast assured of
Here,
knowing
here,
of whom
here.
thou hast learned
Go
them.
this way,
That's right,
yeah.
man. That's
I'll
why
tell you where he
When
is.
you have
Come on.
when you have brothers, or not brothers, actually,
Go right.
When you have men who came in the street and start disrespecting the apostles, they forgot that who taught them. When when you disrespect the apostles, you disrespect Yahweh and you disrespect the Most
You want to
High.
know who he is?
So guess what? You forgot that the Most High brought you into this truth, man.
Hey.
It wasn't by your own will or by your own hands that you
Can
came
you
into
go
this truth.
right, left to that post over here?
And,
Start
and
looking.
it says, and that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith, which is in the Lord
Really,
Yahweh HaMashiach.
Which
I
is kind
can't-
of deep, man. Because
No,
you
I
think about
can't
it.
see the last
Before you
two.
came to this truth, you were actually a child, the mindset you had.
Yes,
But some
we
of
are.
us, that
Look.
before we came into this truth,
Okay.
we still had little bits of the law in our spirit.
let's see.
You know, some brothers were like, even before they came to the truth, they never ate pork. Some brothers, even before they came to the truth, they kept their beards and they shaved their beards.
I'm looking behind
Now
your
that
butt.
we came to the truth, we're becoming more like men, and then
Oh, I
in
know
turn,
who she
we need to
is.
become more
Okay.
serious. Just like
My
the Most High
mother.
told Job, gird up thy loins like a man.
We are all brothers. We are. You know that?
And,
Bullshit.
and it
You
says,
don't
verse
think
16,
so?
it says,
Look.
all scripture
Look,
is given
we
by the
are-
inspiration of Yahweh Bashim El Shai, and is profitable for doctrine
No.
and reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness.
Look.
That's right, man. These scriptures encompass and cover everything, man. There's
No,
nothing that you cannot find in the scriptures, man. It's
No.
the foundation of the world. It's the foundation of life, is these words. That's why,
Look.
yes,
up,
guess what? The
look.
apostles can say that GMS has 100%
Hang on.
truth.
Hang on, I got a question. You guys have a job, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a job? See?
There you go.
Get a job.
There you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
get us-
That's, yes, absolutely.
I just
Absolutely.
said yes.
That's why when I pointed it out, I knew, I knew he was telling you it's true.
Yes.
See the
Like it's true, but at the same time, like when you look at his face, this guy's already at the bottom. But you know, he's ready to stop you.
Stop
He's
it.
already at the bottom.
Turn around.
That's actually
It's
true.
like,
That's
yo,
actually
so
true.
that guy's a devil, man.
Some last do I have a job?
That
Yes.
guy's serious, bro.
That's crazy.
Job of the Lord. That's all I would have said.
Get a job, I took your line.
No. No. Actually, you don't.
And it says
Where do you see that?
that the man of Yahweh
Come on.
may be perfect, truly furnished in all good
In
works.
that, where are you guys?
And that's what
in
it's
that?
about, man. It's about making yourself perfect. Because at the end of the day,
The Buddha?
we gotta chase perfection.
What?
Because you think the Most High, His soldiers, are not looking. Their mind state, their mentality is to chase perfection and nothing less. That's why I said these Jakes, the rest of the society has to know that there's a difference between you and them.
How do you like know?
Again,
how
if you're
would
not
you
going
know?
through hell, if people ain't
How
talking
would
shit about
know?
you,
How would you know?
if you're not going
a
through hell with your
soldier
woman,
is right.
that means this world has taken you
Actually-
in as one of its own.
No, actually, no.
Instead of the Most
Say,
High taking you
how
as
would
one of
you
his own.
not
Because
know?
when the Most High takes you in as one of his
Yeah.
own, that means that the world's going to talk shit about you.
Okay, how would you
Yo,
not
this
know?
guy, why you so
Look.
boring, man? You don't want to
Look.
go out? All you want to do is scriptures.
Okay.
You talk about the end
Okay,
of the world
I'm
and all that
after
shit.
you for you.
That's beautiful that they do
Hey,
like that, but
hello. How would you not know? How would you not know?
And you think that
A
was
Is
soldier,
it on that?
Yeah.
the soldier of
So
the
with that,
world
we're
is
gonna
right in
close up
front of
and we're
you.
gonna say Ka Hala Yahweh,
Wa Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash.
and double honors to the elders or the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to the elect, pushing His word and truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth.
Okay.
Man. Death and destruction to
English.
to this wicked
English.
kingdom, to the Israel and Esau as well.
Okay.
Shalom.
Shalom. So how would you not know